Candidly Coach K here, and I'm coming to give you lesson number 3 when it comes to my 40 life lessons as I journey to 40. Okay, so lesson number 3, you all. My life lesson is where you spend your time is what you prioritize. So, I would say a good time throughout my adulthood, I defined myself through my work. This was in the beginning, not there right now, but back to the story. I defined myself through my work and I excelled at it, okay? I still remember when I decided to move to Dallas, Texas from Port Arthur in my early 20s. Well, actually, when I was 20. And that was the time where my career began to grow within management as I was finishing college. And let me just tell y'all, I did my job well, okay? I worked my off. Truly, I did. I still recall when I moved to Dallas and began my career in management that I actually saw increases from one pay grade to multiple higher pay grades in less than 6 months. I attribute that to my great work ethic, my ability to work diligently, and of course, favor from God. Now, during this time frame, and I would say probably throughout the course of my 20s, I define myself through my work. I never had to actually apply for a job, praise God. I was always recruited because I became a woman sought after by billion-dollar brands to come and grow their businesses because I did it so well. And what I was known for was people development. Now listen to this, y'all. I was known for people development, but I didn't develop my damn self. Oxymoron much? Yeah, that was me. So the blessing in working diligently, and defining myself through my work during that time frame, the blessing was I had the opportunity to travel, experience lots of travel. I had the opportunity to build a name for myself where it became like I was the woman to go to because my name was synonymous with winning. No lie. You don't believe? Go check my LinkedIn. Now, the negative to this is, although I recognize that I worked for some amazing brands and I had the opportunity to do a lot of great things, the negative was that I realized that no matter how hard I worked for billion-dollar brands, no matter how much time I invested in these brands, no matter how much I prioritized them, no one would ever care for or advocate for me better than me.
Wait. Say that again.
No one would ever care for or advocate for me better than me. I'm brought back to a memory back in 2007. It was actually the last day of 2007, going into the year of 2008. I was headed to the Potter's house. I was living in Dallas. I was headed to the Potter's house for night watch service, and I was hit from behind. And that changed my life. You know why? Because I was forced to stop working for 3 months. For someone who defined themselves through their work, You can imagine how this was a very dark time for me. And not simply because I wasn't able to work, but it was a dark time for me because during that time I realized, yeah, I was working like 60, 70-hour work weeks, and I ain't spend no time building great relationships outside of work. Therefore, I had no one that I could call when I was laying on the floor in my beautiful condo, overlooking a lake and all of this greatness. I had no one to call while I was laying on the floor on my back due to back spasms and having so much pain. I couldn't call a job to tell them to come check on me. I had no one to call. My family didn't live near. So what was I to do? And this is where the life lesson came in. God had to sit my down, literally, to get through to me that where you spend your time is what you prioritize. So working these 60-hour plus work weeks for these businesses and bringing them multi-million dollars within their businesses mean jack squat when you're not pouring that same amount of time of investment into yourself. Because at the end of the day, let me just tell y'all, they thought I was a great asset to the team. Absolutely. Because I was benefiting them. But when I was on my back, they wanted to know, so how long will you be out of work? Well, will you be able to return? Or do we need to look for someone else to fulfill your position? Talk about a blow, honey, but it was necessary. It was necessary for me to go through that experience so I can become who I am today. So I share that with you to let you know during that dark time, God actually brought me through something so I can grow and become better at prioritizing my time. No longer will your business get more attention and priority than I give myself. And of course, my son, Creed, now that I'm a mommy. Life lesson number 3. Where you spend your time is what you prioritize. Don't matter what the hell you talk about. You look at that calendar. If you don't have self-time included in there, if you don't have time to do things with your family, if you don't have reading, say you're trying to start a business and you don't have time scheduled to actually start that business, that ain't a priority for you. I'm speaking from experience. Lesson number 3. Where you spend your time is what you prioritize. I'm Candidly Coach K, and I prioritize my time. I hope you are enjoying my little video diary. If you are, please share a comment below. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Let me know how you have been prioritizing your time, or if you had to go through a hard lesson in order to prioritize your time. Look over your calendar. What is it filled with? Are you talking about how family is important, but then family's not ever penciled in? Hashtag just saying. Share with me below. And come back tomorrow as I'll share more on this journey to 40, my top 40 life lessons. See you soon.